Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans nationwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log here in Lex Anderson World. I'm Lex Anderson, live and direct from New York City. And, well, you know what it is NBA action. Let's talk to it. Let's get to it. No look passes is good for a layup. Count it and the foul. And speaking of foul, early this morning, I was checking out with my coworker, DJ Pauscut. You can check him out online at djpauscut.com. And heartfelt condolences and prayers to the Portland Trailblazers. Nurkic with that leg injury. I mean, guys coming down. You just hear the crack. The Brooklyn Nets players running to the other side of the court, and you just see him on the floor in pain. And, wow, that's really a tough loss for the Portland Trailblazers. I believe that CJ McCollum has been out for a couple of weeks with a knee injury and stuff. And now, this is truly the worst time of the season to suffer an injury like that to one of your key big men. And believe you me, Laker Nation, we've unfortunately been through our fair share, unfortunately, of injuries. So once again, heartfelt prayers and condolences. Nurkic, you get better, come back better in the future. So that's all I got for that. There are articles and people are talking about how this will affect the Portland Trailblazers playoff run, and it really won't, because the Portland Trailblazers are honestly good first round entertainment. I don't look for them to advance past the first round again this season, as being decreed by the prophet, of course. So we'll see how the ranking and seeding goes, but obviously a loss like that, Dame Lillard will truly be on an island unto himself. And speaking of islands and self, how about last night, right? OKC losing to the Memphis Grizzlies. Paul George, who rejected the Lakers, who could have probably helped us get to the playoffs, drops 30 points in a loss. And for a minute there, as I'm checking the standings, I'm thinking, is there a chance that OKC could fall out of playoff contention too? Unfortunately, the Kings are in ninth place, but they are at least 7 games out of the 8th spot. So that's not going to happen. However, there's a lot of hot and heavy action, pause on the hot and heavy action, between, as I check the standings, between the 5th and 8th spots. This is truly up for grabs because you have Utah, Clippers, and the Spurs are tied with OKC. Between the 7th and 8th spot, they're both 43 and 31. And again, Sacramento, at least 7 games out of the 8th spot. So hopefully the Kings will have something to build for the future. But that's the reason why I'm wearing this Kobe Bryant authentic Laker jersey. Because the Kings, right, they're on the rise. They're trying to get back there. But, being the sports historian that I am, I have to take it back to the 2000s, way back when playing in Sacramento and playing for Sacramento pretty much meant that your career was over back in the days. Sports historian, come back with me for a minute. Right, it's 2019, but imagine the year 2000, the year 2001. Chris Webber, he was a problem player. So ultimately, he got shipped off to Sacramento. And I thought to myself, Chris Webber, that's the last I'll ever see of you again. Because you're an attitude problem. You're a malcontent. And those are the kind of players that wound up in Sacramento. Bad boys, guys playing too physical, again, problem players, aging players, draft picks that didn't live up to their expectations and were traded from their teams. Sacramento was that spot. But then something happened. All those malcontents, players that came overseas that the scouts didn't really know what to do with them, so they shipped them to Sacramento, they gelled and they formed a real team. Holler at me if you remember this, because they gave the Lakers fits, but they never They never got over the hump, though, luckily. They never got to be champions the way the Lakers and Kobe Bryant was. And believe you me, people could talk about LeBron versus Kobe, who's better. Unless you could vibe with me back in the 2000s when it was Chris Webber, it was White Chocolate, it was Mike Bibby, it was Peja Stojakovic, it was Vlade Divac, who was traded from the Lakers to the Hornets for you know who, and then he wound up with the Kings. The defense of Doug Christie, those Sacramento Kings were a problem. And that's the reason for this video. To win a championship, it takes a total team effort right here. Team effort. Not James Harden going off for 40, 50, 60 points. Not for Paul George to drop 30 in a loss. For Russell Westbrook to drop a triple-double in a loss. Not for the Portland Trailblazers, to lose two key players towards the end of the season. So let's just be real. I have no problem standing up still representing Laker Nation because there's a whole goddamn list of people in the standings who ain't going to be hoisting the championship trophy this year from the West. Outside of who? The Golden State Warriors. Who else is there? Technically, there's nobody. You have an injury-prone Chris Paul, CP0, might break down at some point during the playoffs. We'll see. Given a whole lot of money, ain't really about much. But we'll see. Let me fall back. Let me relax. I'm getting too hyped right now. Too hyped for my own good. But see, being a sports historian, I know that in this society, the memory just isn't that good. People do throwback Thursdays for stuff that was 5 years ago. That's not a throwback. You got to give it at least a solid 10 years. So if you hop on the time machine with me and we're going back to 2000, 2001, well, Kobe, LeBron, who's the better player? It matters not. Because if you were around during the 2000s when Kobe was eliminating the Sacramento Kings at the height of their team efficiency, you can just put it all to rest right there. Because it was a guarantee. Whoever gets past Sacramento or the Spurs, would easily go on to win the championship because the West is just that goddamn dangerous. So I don't really feel bad for LeBron. I don't pity him. He's living well. He's eating right. He'll be fine. But until he and Magic form a real, true team around him, which is what years 2 through 4 need to be dedicated to, we'll just see. But as for right now, I have no problem with the Golden State Warriors doing what they're doing because it's their time. That's why there's time frames and generations and eras. So let's quit and desist with the Kobe LeBron bullshit. Kobe stands alone. He's on his own level. And LeBron, he's on his own level as well. Of course, that'll be the level of staying home like me when the playoffs arrive. But hey, it is what it is. And before I go, let me address the rumors about Jason Kidd becoming a head coach, potentially. Sure, why not? He's got championship pedigree. I'm all for it. I also heard something about Mark Jackson. You can't go wrong. Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, 2 point guards, best at their game, except Kidd has a championship, unlike Mark. So let's see what the future holds. Laker Nation, you know what we need to do. Stand strong and never stop believing. And speaking of never stopping, make sure to do the right thing and subscribe to this channel. Press the bell icon to your right, ding, to stay updated for any and all upcoming future videos. I sincerely thank you for tuning into this video. If you like it, you know what to do. Thumbs up. Don't like it, hey, it's all good. But make sure you drop a comment below. Until next time, YouTube community, and special shout out IGTV family. It's all love. Guys, if you're looking for the perfect gift for your girl, check out Skin Dripped in Diamonds on the gram. Skin Dripped in Diamonds. Also check out her website.com.